I'm starting.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Okay, hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Makiko Tatsumi from Business Development Office, ADR. We hold KGAP Plus special edition focusing on Barcelona today. KGAP Plus is a startup acceleration program conducted by ATL. Prior to this year's regular program, as a special edition, we organize a series of events with our global partners to think about the post-pandemic trends and encourage startups and SMEs who challenge in difficult times. Okay, this event is co-hosted by Barcelona Activa, which is a Barcelona City's public incubator, and JETRO, Japan External Trade Organization. In addition, Spanish Embassy, Economic and Commercial Office is supporting us. We are very glad at this collaboration. Thank you very much. Okay, let me show you today's agenda. Firstly, Ms. Uchida from the embassy delivers greeting remarks. Next, Dr. Suzuki from ATL gives a presentation about the KGAP Plus special edition. Followed by that, Ms. Barcelona from Barcelona Activa talks about the startup ecosystem in Barcelona. Then, two Barcelona startups present their technology and service to expand business to Japan. At the end, Japanese big companies do reverse speech. You will see question and answer box at the bottom of the Zoom window. Please send a question and comment anytime during the webinar. Presenters will answer it in the text by themselves. Okay, let's get started. First, Ms. Uchida, Ms. Uchida, the analyst of the Economic and Commercial Office of the Spanish Embassy will give a greeting. 内田さん、お願いします。
はい、どうもありがとうございます、辰巳さん。ここのパートだけ日本語で失礼いたします。改めまして、ただいまご紹介になっておりました、スペイン大使館経済総務部の内田と申します。この度は KGAP スペシャル版の開催においてご挨拶の機会をいただき、誠にありがとうございます。さて、欧州のイノベーションハブとして知られるバルセロナのスタートアップ支援機関、アクティバと京都京阪南を本拠地とする EPR が連携協定を交わしてから今年で早3年目に入りますが、毎年このような交流事業を通じて両地域の連携が深まっております。そのバルセロナ市に関しては、市民中心のまちづくりを進めるスマートシティの先進地域として注目されていますが、さらにデータ利活用によるデジタルシティ、イノベーションを起こすテックシティとしても知られています。そして今回のテーマでもあるスタートアップに関しても欧州有数のエコシステムとして評価をされています。昨年2019年度はシリコンバレーやニューヨーク、ロンドンといった世界屈指のエコシステムが名を連ねるグローバルスタートアップエコシステムランキングでもバルセロナは初のランクインを果たしました。これは産官学が連携して進めてきたスタートアップの支援策が評価された証であろうと思います。さて、現在、世界中で猛威を振るっている新型コロナウイルスですが、スペインはじめ、このバルセロナ市にも甚大な影響を与えていきます。しかし、コロナ収束後のいち早い経済回復を目指して、今後、より一層デジタルイノベーションが進む傾向にあります。現在、バルセロナにおける行政サービスのデジタル化は、欧州でもトップクラスにありますが、今回のコロナを教訓として、今後さらに強化される見通しです。これは不測の事態により迅速で効果的な市民サービスを行うためですが、ここでも多くのスタートアップ企業が活躍しています。今回のイベントには、バルセロナのスタートアップ企業2社をはじめ、日本の企業数社が参加されますが、 ポストコロナの起爆剤になるような革新的なアイデアや技術が紹介されることを期待しております。簡単ではございますが、私の挨拶の言葉に返させていただきます。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. はい、ありがとうございました。Okay, next, we will have a presentation from HR Dr. Suzuki, Executive Vice President and Head of Business Development Office. Okay, I wish.
するのは朝なので。So, good morning to Barcelona and good afternoon for Japan. I'm Suzuki of ATL, and I'd like to thank, first of all, Uchida-san and Monse-san and Lawrence-san and Monica-san for supporting our program today, and also two startups joining our event and the participants. Every day they support us, our activities. Thank you very much. So I'd like to talk about KGAP Plus, a special edition and its main program. So let me start with basic data on COVID-19 in Japan. Total confirmed cases is 22,500, and the total deaths is a bit less than 1,000. And we are requested to stay at home and avoid 3 C's, namely the closed spaces and the crowded places and the close contact setting. And in April, with the declaration of a state of emergency by government. And the strategy looked working quite well because the number of newly confirmed cases reduces until June. But after that, especially in July, the newly confirmed cases, the number is increasing, especially in Tokyo. So we are a little bit nervous about that. But if we look at the number of critically ill patients and dead patients, the number was peaking at either at the end of April or at the beginning of May, and continuously reducing after that. And the number is only 38 for critically ill patients, and only 1 or 2 or 0 for dead patients. So now governments try to take a balance between the COVID-19 prevention and the economic activities. But their strategy is changing day by day because it's a very difficult situation. So startups under this COVID-19 pandemic is very, very severe, I believe, because they are losing opportunities both in investments and the collaborations, because companies are also suffering from this pandemic. So they are losing sales, and they are now reviewing the business plans, which has been decided the beginning of this fiscal year. But this situation is at the same time the good occasion to finding new opportunities, because changes are said to be irreversible. So we need to respond to the crisis by change, either by coping, I mean doing all things in new ways, or creating, I mean doing new things. So people say, and I also agree, the global collaboration is essential to achieve that. So we need to live in a new normal. So what is the new normal means? The keywords here is the personal and contact-free and the decentralized and digital transformation in human life and business. So I believe the innovation has also need to change. So we need to first create societies for human, And so the innovation will be inspired, not by technology, but social issue. So I believe the innovation can be achieved not in laboratories, but in real life situations. So the objectives of KGAP Plus Smart Special Edition, this event, is first to discuss and find a way to achieve innovations by meeting with supporters and partners, investors, and customers, and share and recognize collectively the current situation in human life and business under the COVID-19 pandemic. So we have started KGAP Plus Special Edition in the middle of June with Israel Innovation Authority, and made similar events with India, New York City, and Israel once again, and Canada and Hong Kong. And we are now finishing having the last series of events with Barcelona Activa, which is one of the core our partner. And the next in 10 days, the last week of July, we'll have a KGAP Plus Day, in which 10 selected global startups, and together with Japanese 6 startups, have our special KGAP Batch 3 program. So for KGAP Plus Batch 3, the Batch 3 will be starting at July 28th and finishing in 3 months, October 28th. And the KGAP Plus Day is a kind of final event of KGAP Special Edition, and as well as the starting event of Batch 3 of KGAP Plus. We will have a demo day at the occasion of Kyoto Smart City Expo, held in October 27th and 28th, but it will be held in a wave online, so we need to think about how to do the demo day at that occasion. And normally, selected 5 companies will be taken to Barcelona at the occasion of Smart City Expo, because as far as I know, also the Smart City Expo World Congress is held online, so we need to discuss with Barcelona Activa how to deal with startups selected. Okay, as I mentioned, Barcelona is one of our 4 core partners in terms of smart city, together with Israel, New York, and Canada. And also we signed MOU this year, January, with India. Sorry, this is written in Japanese. We signed MOU with Lorenz-san, Executive Director of Barcelona Activa, 2017, November, at the occasion of Smart City Expo World Congress 2017. After that, we exchanged the startups and human resources every year and have a good relationship. And the KGAP main program was held twice, Batch 1 and Batch 2 last fiscal year, starting either July and October, in which we set POC or pilot testing with Japanese companies or sometimes hospital as a goal. And the program was being carried out either online and offline. And participated startups are accessible to our global partners. And for Batch 2 and Batch 1 and Batch 2, totally 19 global companies participated, either from Japan and our core partners. This is a list of startups participated in Batch 1. Fortunately, 5 startups outside Japan and 5 startups inside Japan participated with our program, including 1 startup, stirring machines from Barcelona. And we had a demo day at the occasion of Kyoto Smart City Expo 2019 in October. And we selected 4 startups that was taken to Barcelona. And as I mentioned, our goal, the POC with Japanese companies and the hospital, we had 8 startups out of 10 have started or were planning POCs. And there are 4 examples here, and one example I want to explain a little bit is a case with Together and KGAP Kentos Hospital, that is a core hospital of Keihana Science City. They made a POC utilizing their app on music therapy for patients with dementia. That was very successful, so we made a press release together with them. So we take 4 startups to Barcelona, and we had our own booth and 3 pitches. And what was really excellent for Barcelona Activa was they are working very hard actually and arranged the 22 B2B meetings, and the startups participating in this booth was very satisfied with the POC, and they scored full marks, 5 out of 5. That's a really good experience for us. And these are the list of startups participated in batch 2, starting in October. And 8 startups coming outside Japan. There are 3 startups from Japan participating in the program, including also 1 startup called the Predictive Company from Barcelona. They had a demo day in Osaka at the occasion of Innovation Stream Kansai 2019, and we had more than 100 people joining the event, and we selected 5 startups out of 11. And one of the startup is the Predictive Company coming from Barcelona. So POC, we 7 startups out of 11 have started, were planning a POC, and the other 2 startups have established their business model. And for instance, the bottom of the right-hand side, the Predict Company from Barcelona are still doing a POC inside ETL building to reduce energy and the CO2 emission. So we took 5 startups selected with batch 2 to New York City to have a very tough boot camp, 1-week boot camp at New York City with Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator. But unfortunately, in New York, the pandemic has just started, and some dead people are coming. So the program was a little bit hard to achieve, but we managed to do that and held a pitch training and a mentoring, a group and solo, and workshop and the demo day in a smaller scale. So what we try to achieve is a kind of a 2-dimensional relationships between our core partners, acting Keihana Research Complex as a hub. For instance, Barcelona Activa could find partners or be invested, for instance, in New York City or Canada via our program. And the good news is coming last week that the Kansai region, Osaka, Kyoto, and Kobe, including Keihana Science City, was selected as one of the 4 global startup cities of Japan by the Cabinet Office of Japanese government. So if selected, the selected districts, regions were provided by the government with support such as extension of subsidies, ease of regulations, and help of attracting investments and the talented people from abroad. So we tried best to utilize this occasion, further enhancing our activities for startups globally. So in 5 years, we will have another good news, Expo 2025. We feature offer innovation with startups really encouraged, and we are requested to have major roles in this event, and we try to achieve that. Okay, by finishing with my talk, I would like to thank you once again for Barcelona Activa for co-hosting this event, and also Economic and Commercial Office of Spanish Embassy for cooperation of this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, next we have a talk from Barcelona. Ms. Monte Bosar. She's the Director of Entrepreneurship, Barcelona Active. It is a city office incubator in Barcelona. Okay, please go ahead.
Open. Okay. Many thanks, Suzuki-san, for your introduction. On behalf of Barcelona Activa, thank you for the invitation to participate in this webinar, which is part of the agreement between ATR and Barcelona Activa. Greetings from Barcelona to all the entrepreneurs participating in this event, and wish them to be as profitable as possible. For those participants who don't know us, Barcelona Activa is the economic development agency of the City Council of Barcelona. The mission of our organization consists of contributing to improving people's quality life, promoting the economic competitiveness of the city, and the rebalancing of the territories of the city through the promotion of quality employment, boosting entrepreneurship, and the support to a plural, diverse, and sustainable business fabric from a social, economic, and environmental perspective. Given the exceptional situation that we are living in Barcelona and around the world, I would like to dedicate the time of my intervention to explain what measures the Barcelona City Council and Barcelona Activa have taken to help entrepreneurs, startups, and small and medium-sized companies in this economic crisis, of whose consequence clearly harmful to them. These days, nowadays, are difficult for us. We have virus outbreaks again, and the economic uncertainty requires us to continue working for the city. The title of my intervention is Barcelona at the forefront of the global COVID-19 response. This year, the citizens of Barcelona, along with those of the rest of the world, had to face the biggest global challenge since World War II, the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has had enormous health, social, and enormous consequences worldwide. It is in this global emergency environment that the management of the image and reputation of cities stand as a key factor for economic and social recovery, guided, of course, by a new model of economic development that is safer, healthier, more sustainable environmentally and socially. Barcelona, like many other cities, has worked hard to make the lockdown easier for those who have suffered it the most, helping at the first the health system to flatten the curve of the contagion and preparing the city for the socioeconomic crisis in the current aftermath of the lockdown. Since the very start of the COVID-19 outbreak, Barcelona has been in touch with fellow global cities all around the world to change practices and lessons learned from the management of the health crisis. Indeed, working through municipal networks is part of our city's DNA, and it is essential in tackling major global challenges such as the one we are dealing with. As a first step, the creation of a Center for the Coordination of the Economic Response called CECORE of the city of Barcelona that has as many main aims. First, and Barcelona Activa has been one of the more active members in the Center for the Coordination of Economic Response. We have defined and execute a cross-cutting strategy of municipal response to COVID-19 to deal with this post-crisis economic situation. We have established relations with the rest of the public administration to maximize resources and share strategies and engage economic and social stakeholders, and design a communicative strategy focused on transparency. This is very, very important in this situation, to base our communication on transparency addressed to the citizens, with clear message that provides security and help relaunch the international reputation of Barcelona. We have also proposed to the municipal political groups in the opposition in our city council to build a great city pact at the political level in socio-economic matters. Barcelona's economic evolution will be conditioned by the plan for the de-escalation and the opening of the border. This is essential. And the initiative launched by this group, by this center, must allow our city in this context to place ourselves in the best possible scenario. Let me explain you mention the seven strategic objectives that have this center. The first, promote model changes to make Barcelona a more resilient, fair and sustainable city in line with 2030 agenda, making of this crisis an opportunity to rethink the Barcelona model also from economic perspective. The second objective, maintain the business fabric of the city, avoiding a massive destruction of companies and professional activities. This is very crucial for us, supporting them to withstand the maximum number of business activity after the crisis. The third aim, protect jobs and promote quality employment with specific measures to leave no one behind of these measures. We are very interested to boost local consumption of local products. For the economic recovery, it will be essential to have the power and stress of the local consumer that will be less affected than the restrictions on international level, of course. We have to work very hard with the local companies, protect and relaunch the city international reputation by promoting actions like the action that we have today that encapsulates Barcelona reputation, protect it, and send positive message about our city in the local around, but also in international events like the event that we have today. Promote Barcelona as a safe city that is open to talent, investment, and visitors too, when it's possible, of course. And the last objective is define transformative solution with a metropolitan vision of our area in Barcelona in order to provide a smarter mobility solution, develop a sustainable knowledge-oriented economy, offer affordable housing, limiting the gentrification. This is a problem in the city of Barcelona, and provide accessible higher education for our workforce. Let me, and now I will focus on the startup community. Let me give you some figures about the startup hub in Barcelona and the concrete measures that we have adopted for the startup in this special and critical moment. According to the Barcelona and Catalonia Startup Hub's 2019 figures, the city of Barcelona is today home to 1,500 startups, number that has increased 38% over the last 3 years. This Barcelona and Catalonia Startup Hub is a directory that identifies each startup with relevant information about their activities, funding stage, and business model. In 2019, its 2019 analysis also reveals us that Barcelona is the third more popular city among startup founders in Europe and ranks in the 5th position as an European hub. Moreover, the Financial Times recently declared Barcelona to be one of Europe's most successful startup centers. Barcelona, with Catalonia, of course, is more certainly functioning as a hub with a high growth potential, and the numbers show that over the last 5 years, the region has attracted 2,800 million euros of private investment. This is a very important figure for us. Translate is into talent. Let me explain you that startups in Barcelona represent near 17,000 highly qualified professionals. Especially interesting is the fact that women play a very important part in the startup business. 22% of startup founders are women, a percentage higher than the European average. This is so a very good news for the startups hub. As for international talent, the latest data show that 19% startup employees are from abroad, while among startup founders, this ratio is 15%. Another figure of Barcelona startup ecosystems is that this Barcelona startup ecosystem is already tackling the challenges of the future. This study highlights that 64% of startups work in related technologies such as cloud computing, big data, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. Another 20% of startups operate in the ICT, leisure, and health sectors, while a further 20% is working in wellness-related areas such as health tech, medtech, biotech, and pharma. To continue maintaining and supporting this hub, especially in these moments, Barcelona City Council created last April, in the middle of the crisis, a fund of 25 million euros to support the city economic agenda, a deal with the post-coronavirus taxation. The aim of this extraordinary fund is to anticipate the situation of economic crisis arising from this emergency situation as a result of COVID-19 outbreak. And the idea of the aim of this fund is to be able to respond to the economic fabric of the city, to self-employed citizens as a small and a medium enterprise. This fund is a result of extraordinary mobilization of resources carried out by the municipal government, and with the aid, subsidies, and promotional actions that we will be promoting by the City Council, and especially for Barcelona Activa. And these funds are the result of the agreement with the economic sectors of the city. Especially, I mentioned one of the of the products that are result of this fund. We have created a grant of 300 euros for small entrepreneurs who have had to temporarily close their activity. We have created a legal advisory service to help companies in the processing of public aid. We have created a mediation service, a legal mediation services with the owners of the businesses, premises, and the entrepreneurs. One of the biggest problems is the small local entrepreneurs has been in closing the offices and the difficulties to pay the rents. It has been one of our more high preoccupation, and this is the reason why we have created these mediation services between the owner of the offices and local, etc., and the entrepreneurs. We are creating, and we are now opening a line of microcredit of 12 million euros addressed to entrepreneurs. The idea is that with this microcredits will be working during this month of this year and next year, because we have calculated that we will need a long period of time to recover the activity of the entrepreneurs. We have also created a strategic consulting package we have called recovery plans. The idea of the recovery plan is to assess startups in this process of adaptation to the new economic reality. The recovery plans work on three main axes: marketing and sales, financing, and of course, organization. And well, as we are now, as I have mentioned on the beginning of my presentation, we are now with the outbreaks again. We are working hard with the idea that Barcelona, we will continue providing our services to all the entrepreneurs of the city. We are offering services online. And now we are preparing our premises, we are preparing all our activities to face the uncertain period in which we are still. And that's all. Thank you for your time. And I hope my explanation has been useful for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, of course, it is useful. Yeah, very good challenge and support by Barcelona Activa and the city of Barcelona. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next we will have a pitching from two Barcelona startups. Okay, the first one is Shuttle. Are you ready, Gerald? Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen. I guess everybody can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Gerard Mardret. I'm the co-founder at Shuttle. Today, I'm going to talk about public transportation, which in big cities is structured around big lines, fixed lines, and rigid schedules to provide a good service to a large number of people. But as soon as you leave the city center and you go to less populated areas, like the outskirts, suburbs, villages, even corporate parks, where actually 2/3 of Europeans live, this operational model doesn't keep up. It's a nightmare for the mobility planner, and it results in a very inefficient and highly subsidized transportation that ends up serving a very small minority. Now, this is a global problem that we are solving by developing a platform that empowers public transportation companies, cities, and corporations to deploy flexible, on-demand mobility services through a network of passenger vans. Shuttle consists of a passenger app, a driver app, and a management module. The core part of the system is the back end and all the set of algorithms that enable the matching of passengers and the routing of vehicles. As per our business model, we license our technology to public transportation operators, also to cities and corporations through a one-off setup fee and a monthly fee per license. We have other sources of revenue like simulations, white labeling, analytics, and marketing support. We have been in business since 2017, and so far we have 22 ongoing operations spread around 9 countries, and we have helped transport over 225,000 people in total. Last year, also, Shuttle was awarded as one of the 5 gold winners of the prestigious European Startup Prize for Mobility. Now, Shuttle provides full control of ridership flows as it facilitates access control and it limits the capacity of passengers on board. Now, post-COVID has been pretty busy for us as we are empowering transportation operators to manage vehicle capacity to guarantee onboard social distancing. Shuttle also provides simulations and marketing support before going live, and we help planners and operators ensure the highest rates of success. And as all our deployments generate valuable data, we extract and we share with our clients visual reports containing detailed analytics on the service performance. Now, so far, we have experienced an average ridership per vehicle that allow us to deploy on-demand shared transport services through 9 passenger vans instead of traditional minibuses. Therefore, our vision is to help transportation operators connect neighborhoods, towns, villages, and corporations to major transportation hubs, helping us all become less and less car dependent as our future demands. We have examples like outer neighborhoods in large cities like Barcelona in Spain or Lisbon in Portugal, smaller towns like Essex in the UK or Kawasaki in Japan, where we have an operation in cooperation with Odakyu, and corporations like Munich Airport or a major car manufacturer in Germany. Now, to make this happen in a cost-efficient way, we are already deploying autonomous vehicles in the city of Helsinki in cooperation with the Finnish manufacturer Sensible 4 as part of the European project Fabulous. We are a team of 17 people with various expertise in the field, of course, of mobility and software, but also product development, business management, and marketing. The founders, me and my brother, we've been in business for the last 20 years. This is our second startup, always in mobility. And finally, we like to share with you what's our motto. At Shuttle, we imagine that the cities of the future will be full of life. They will be quiet, they will be cleaner, more vital, active, and safer than they've ever been before. As we want to help cities become 100% carbon neutral by 2030. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Yeah, audience, please send a question or comment into the Q&A box anytime. Okay, next presenter, he's from City Beat, Harry. Yeah, are you ready?
Yes, thank you very much. So, konnichiwa, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for having me here. I'm Harry from City Beats. What we're doing at City Beats is understanding what matters to people at scale and in real time using AI text analytics. So as we've been talking about this morning, COVID-19 brings huge challenges to the world, health, social, economic challenges, and governments and companies need to respond faster than ever to these new challenges that are emerging. They need to respond quickly and they need to respond carefully which means that they need better data than ever before. The good news is that there is more and more good data which is coming from citizens. So whether citizens are writing a tweet on social media, or writing a question in a forum, or contacting their local council with questions, all of this opinions data can be analyzed to understand what is concerning people. This text data, this unstructured data, is growing 10 times faster than traditional business data. And we know that in Japan, there's more than 70 million tweets shared every day. What CityBeats does is make this huge mass of public opinions usable for governments and companies so that they can understand what matters to people. Since the COVID-19 emergency, together with NTT Data in Japan, we've launched a public observatory. You can see it at this website, where we've already analyzed more than 10 million citizen concerns related to the coronavirus. We're capturing and analyzing this on different topics, such as mental health, childcare needs, education needs, or sanitary supply requests, and making a map of the regional priorities all across Japan. This is a public project that anyone can use. And together with NTT Data, we're building on top of this observatory more detailed solutions for smart cities. Over the past few years in Japan, we've already done work understanding infrastructure needs of people after an earthquake and flooding, for example, together with METI, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry. And we think that the same will happen during the post-COVID era, that people will have new needs related to transportation or health infrastructure, and we can help governments understand that. Likewise, with tourism, we're working with NTT Data to map tourism demand within Japan to understand which are the areas that people feel safest traveling from and to. We're also using this tool to understand social health risks, such as opinions related with vaccinations or wearing masks. And we've done that similar projects in the past with consumer protection with the Consumer Affairs Agency of Japan. How CityBeats works is in 3 steps. We collect any type of text data. We then use our proprietary technology to process it, and then we give an output in an analytics dashboard, or we can connect via API into any existing platform of a smart city. What makes us unique is that CityBeats is analyzing text in any language, so not just Japanese, but also, for example, the languages of tourists that come to visit, as well as local dialects or new vocabulary that's emerging. We're not just analyzing the text, but we're also enriching it with information such as demographics, social intents, such as knowing whether something is a complaint or whether something is an opinion about lack of trust in government, as well as enriching it with geographic information based on places that are mentioned in the text. Our vision is that we can do this to power a more responsive society together with some of the world's leading organizations such as United Nations or the European Commission. So I hope that's been interesting. I'm going to share the public observatory link in the chat. If you have any questions, please feel to contact me or our partner in Japan from NTT Data, which is Takano-san, and we'll be very happy to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Harry. Okay, you have a question from audience, so please answer in text. Okay. Okay. Next, we welcome 2 Japanese big companies which are working on the global collaboration. The first one is TOA Corporation. Miyata-san, please.
Yes, can you see the slide?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you for your introduction. I will introduce our company and our technical needs. I am Satoshi Miyata of TOA Corporation. Thank you for your taking time. And we are a manufacturer of sound equipment, formerly TOA, but to call TOA is no problem. We are 86 years old, very old company. And our headquarters is in Kobe. And shortly about me, I am an engineer, acoustic signal processing software engineer, but I'm in charge of technical market research now. And back to our history, in 1934, this is our first product. This is a microphone, very old type microphone. And we have developed the speakers or megaphones, so standalone sound equipment. But the turning point is 1968. The fire incident in very famous Arimas Onsen Spring in Japan. There were almost 30 people were died. Very sad incident. So we have started to develop the emergency broadcast system in the facilities. There is a fire, so please evacuate. We announce. And based on the emergency broadcast system, our current business is the mass notification for the public spaces. This is our corporate value, smiles for the public. We are audio manufacturer, but not for the consumer, but for the public only. For example, this is the picture of the airport. We provide the sound system. At first, evacuate system. And added on the evacuate system, we provide the announce or BGM systems. So we provide the all of the sound system in the facilities. And we are not famous company, but our sound listened by very many people all over the world. And we have developed very in-house. Our production factories is mainly in Asia is in-house. But I think it is necessary to collaborate with technical companies. So technical needs, we draw a future of the communication. Now, we fill the public space with sound, all of the public space. But I think in the future, we should deliver the only necessary sound only to those who need it. So we need the technologies where the people are and how the people are. For example, lost away or sickness. So as a professional manufacturer of communication, we have the application field, public space, and the legacy technologies, speakers and microphones. And we don't have the brain. For example, AI or analysis technologies of human behavior or status. So I am expecting to collaborate the technology companies which have these technologies. So thank you for your taking time, and please contact me.
Thank you very much. This was TOA Corporation. Okay, next, Toshiba Tech Corporation. Yes.
Tatsumi-san, can you hear me?
Yes.
How about my slide?
It's coming.
Okay. It's a wide slide, okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay,
Go.
let's get started. Okay. Hola, Barcelona, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Seiji Katsumata, encantado. I'm in charge of business development at Business Innovation Center of Toshiba Tech. Today, I would like to explain about approach to open innovation of Toshiba Tech Corporation. Toshiba Tech Corporation is a global company and head office is in Tokyo. Establishment is 1950, so we are 70 years old company. Net sales is about 500 billion yen, and about 20,000 employees are working so far. Our vision is to be solution partner that solve the issues at the customer site, starting from stores and offices. We have 4 business domains. First one is retail solution. It is a solution business of retail information system, such as a POS. Target customers are supermarket, convenience store, shopping center, apparel, and restaurant. Especially, we are #1 market share here in Japan. Second one is printing solution. It is digital multifunction printer used in offices. Target customers are government office, private office, school, and store. Other printing solution is old ID system using barcode and RFIDs. Target customers are manufacturing plant, warehouse, office, and stores. And the last one is inkjet solution. It is head manufacturing for large inkjet printers. Target customers are printer manufacturer. Regarding new business creation, we already executing several functions and processes internally. Research and sourcing for the startup company and acceleration program. And also, we have a CVC fund for investment to startup company to create new business. To extend our solution business and core business, we set our basic strategy, which is focusing recurring and subscription business, data service business, and logistics and manufacturing domain. Following this strategy, we are researching and sourcing startup company in 6 themes. Number 1, new shopping experience. It is a retail tech, realizing frictionless service solution that expand over shops and e-commerce. Number 2, digital technology. It is solution for digital signage and POP for measure the effect of sales promotion content that maximize sales. Number 3, improving telework environment. It is for telework environment that can respond to diversification of work style using new technology. Number 4, logistic warehouse business efficiency. By using computer vision, image recognition, RFID, realize visualization of operation and labor saving. Number 5 is utilization of inkjet technology. It is linking with inkjet printing, achieves drawing, repair, and modeling on any object surface. Number 6, sharing economy. It is a sharing service that supports the business launch, such as retail, manufacturing, logistics, such a business, and also support the sales improvement including cost reduction. And we think we are able to provide several merits for startup company, which are customer research, test marketing, PR effect, and scale-up support. That's all the explanation about Toshiba Tech Corporation. I'm looking forward to meeting you in near future. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Katsumoto-san. Thank you. Okay, that's all for today. Katsumoto-san, would you please
Yes.
finish here? Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all for today. The series of the KGAP Plus Special Edition will finish on July 29th. It's not only the finale of the series, but also opening of the regular program of KGAP. So 16 startups that are selected from the series and they participate in the regular program will do a pitch to seek POC partners and supporters. It will be relayed from Canada at 9:30 in Japan and to Japan, Hong Kong, India, Israel to Barcelona. So please join us again. A link to the registration will be shown in the thank you mail you will receive shortly. Again, Monde-san and the two startups of Barcelona and the Japanese companies and also Uchida-san from Embassy. Thank you very much for joining today and stay safe and healthy. See you again. Bye-bye.